Good morning. Is booked and busy blessed? Like, is it really blessed? Uh, I was thinking about that this morning and I wanted to come on and talk to you all because there is a theme that, especially in the entrepreneurial space, but even in corporate America, that makes us feel
Is booked
that.
and busy in the
One second,
entrepreneurial
guys. I'm
space, but
sharing
even
this
in
out. You
corporate
guys are going to
America,
have to be really
that
patient with me
makes
this morning. I would like to also post this to Instagram. So I haven't found a capability to allow me to do that. Let's see, without going through all these extremes. But is booked and busy really blessed? So let's see. I think Instagram is coming on. Hey, Instagram, it's early. It's first thing in the morning. How are you? Is booked and busy really blessed? So I came from an industry where, like, being super busy and working extremely long hours, from 7 in the morning till sometimes 12 at night, and having a whole lot of clients. Hey, Jeffrey, how are you? Was like the energy in that space. And so, because that was the energy in that space, I took on that same, energy somewhat in the beginning until I had an opportunity to work with my mentor. Now, a lot of the booked and busy is really based on your mindset. I'm gonna say that one more time. It's really based on your mindset because we know many of us can look down our family lineage or just even people we know who have worked really, 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 really hard and never gotten anywhere, right? They still struggle. Some work 2 to 3 jobs and they still struggle. So we got to know that working really hard and being really booked and busy is not always the answer, right? Um, I remember when I met my mentor, she owned about 9 locations. So she had developed a franchise, and she was maybe about 35 at the time. And I looked at that and I was like, wow, she's hardly ever here. So I worked at one of her brick and mortar locations. I said, she's hardly ever here. But if we think about it, even to own 9 different locations, there's no like realistic way that you can be at every location all the time. It's just not even possible. And so when we look at people who are obtaining new measures of wealth, if you notice, most oftentimes they're not always on the set, right? There's a shift that they've made in their mindset about how they're going to earn money. And me seeing my mentor was like, I have several moments where I had these mindset shifts, but that's one in particular. It's actually the reason why I stopped only doing hand-to-hand services as a service-based, so as a service provider, and opened a business, hired 12 staff members, all the things, right? Because I started understanding the dynamics of money on a different level. And even now, I no longer own a brick and mortar business. I did that for 10 years. And I began coaching and consulting full time online. And I noticed even in the online space, that same energy is still there. So I would see even people in the coaching and training arena, all over the place. Like, they were on every set, always traveling and doing things, but not just traveling for, their liberal free time, but it was tied to them getting money. It was tied to their business. And it's so easy to fall into that trap. But I also recognize that booked and busy isn't always blessed. Sometimes booked and busy is actually broke. Can we just keep it 100? Sometimes booked and busy is actually still broke. So I decided, I made a decision that that wasn't how I wanted to move into developing my business as a coach and consultant. So I started in 2012. I still owned a brick and mortar service-based business at that time. It was more of a something I did on the side. But as I began to pursue coaching and consulting full time, I knew like I didn't want that book busy energy. Booked is fine, right? But the busy, there's another dynamic behind it. And I believe that a lot of people don't understand that their desire to to do more and to have their hands in everything and to be all over the place is actually coming from a limited belief, a space of scarcity, and often a space of fear. So another transitional time for me that really shifted my money mindset is when I started my mastermind. I enrolled 10 people at a 6K ticket price, and I may have spent 50 hours developing that service. So you guys can do for the whole year, right? I usually say 72 hours, but really it was about 50 hours. So I just do those other hours throughout the year for give and take because I always add extra value. And that really began to change my mindset. I mean, I knew what I desired. I knew I didn't want to be in a space where I was running from one thing to the next. Even if I was earning more money, that's not the way that I wanted to do this. And what I find with most people, especially when I think about the industry I came from, what was happening with the booked and busy was there was money coming in, but there were so many mistakes being made. There were so many missed moments and opportunity as it relates to family and doing things that were fulfilling. I remember one thing my mentor told me, and it shifted something on the inside of me because I was like, that's not what I desire. And if I continue in this space that I'm in, it's going to be the same thing. So she talked about how so many industry workers were losing their family to the industry, meaning whether it was their marriage or their children were going astray, one of the two. And I could feel those things happening. Now I am divorced. I do not feel that what I did in my business was the reason for my divorce, but I do see where it's so easy to get in the trap where we don't have the proper time to do things with our children. I mean, we all know that things are going to happen and life is going to flip on us sometimes. But when we don't have that time freedom to really process what's transpiring, to really make the best decisions, to make wise decisions without feeling like, I got to get back to this bag. Does this make sense to you guys? I got to get back to this bag. That whole energy, even now while I'm, looking at things on my timeline and I may see something that interests me, I'm sure I'm really intentional about checking the energy behind it. Because when I see that people are having to do, hey, Skin Tonic, how are you? When I see that people are having to be all over the place in order to earn their revenue, that now turns me off, right? It's not something that I'm in alignment with anymore. And what's happening, what I'm seeing, is many people are so booked that they're overbooking. They're forgetting appointments. They're not remembering appointments. They're missing money. They're losing money. They may have clients who don't return because their schedules were so off, right? And I just wanted to ask you, is booked and busy really blessed? I believe that is a mindset that we've taken on about how much we have to be hands-on in things, how much we have to just constantly be doing something, adding all of these new things, even with programs and creating things that we're launching. How do they fit in the grand scheme of everything that we have going on that's important to us? How do they work with our top 5 values? So this last week, I was out of town, and I wasn't out of town on business, but I was still earning revenue, right? And that's the space that I want to create from. Those are the opportunities that I want to be able to continue to take on, the things that I want to be able to do, right? I want to be able to earn more revenue, less more of my effort, especially my physical effort. And many people, the mindset behind money is that they have to do more in order to earn more. So we have people who are strung out over the place, exhausted, Like when the day is done, they are just wore completely out from everything that transpired, but they still don't feel the fullness of the results that they desire as it relates to their money. So my thought for you today is to ask yourself, am I busier than I am blessed? Am I busier than I am blessed? Because there are principles and laws that work for us naturally, right? When we get in alignment, when our mind is renewed about what it is that we're doing and how we're showing up and the totality of our lives. That's super important to me, guys. I make my best decisions when I'm not in this busy state, running from one thing to the next. Many people are in corporate America, who may be in the education system. They may still find themselves so overwhelmed and so busy in this season. It's like they're not even on break, right? Maybe there are some professors or things of that nature, and you got to find out where this dynamic of having to be on every set, right? Having to do all the things. Where is it really getting you as it relates to what you deserve and you desire for your business and your life? That's my take on today. I am hosting a money mindset masterclass, the money mindset masterclass, this weekend, actually. And the price increases by $100 every 5 days. It's gone up one time. So if you missed it, get in before it increases again. It will increase again on the 23rd. So that's 3 days from now. And I wanted to give people who are fast action takers an opportunity to get it at a better rate, because one of the things as it relates to our money mindset is being able to make decisions quickly, right? The right decisions quickly. But renewfullcircle.com, I'm going to put that in the comments for those of you who are on Facebook or YouTube. You'll be able to see it in the comments, and I may be able to put it on. Let's see. I'm going to change that. That was an earlier link. I think I can put that in the comments as well. But I want to ask you, is booked and busy really blessed? How many people do we know who work extremely hard, sometimes 2 to 3 jobs, who are still struggling? Are all the hours equating to what you deserve and desire for the totality of your life? Is that mindset that you must be busy all the time, that you have to have your hands in all the pots, right? That you have to be doing all the things. Is that mindset really getting you to the space that you deserve and you desire in your life and in your business? Or is booked and busy actually leaving you broke, right? I really want to help as many, especially women, as my heart is there, because I believe that we have so many responsibilities. And for many of us in the times that we're in now, there are many of us as single moms, and time is like one of the biggest priorities for us. It's a commodity that's really, really, really important. And so if we can shift our mindset about how we earn money, it allows more space and time to do the other things that we love and we value and that are important to us. I've had to do this mindset work. I'm constantly having to do this mindset work for every new level that I desire to go to. And so if you are, feeling booked and busy, but not necessarily as blessed as you desire, join us inside the Money Mindset Masterclass. I'm adding that to I hope I spelled that properly, to the link. Listen, when I see the exhaustion with women especially, and then I see the route that they're taking and the mindset behind what they're doing and what they feel is transpiring, I want to step in and support. I want to share what I've learned and the different principles and the mindset tools and the limiting beliefs that I had to overcome myself about earning money, right? About making money. Most of us are really searching for freedom, right? We're really searching for new levels of freedom in every area of our life. And as you shift your mindset as it relates to money, let me put this in the comments here. Money, you guys are just having to bear with me this morning. I'm just doing all the things. But I wanted to get this out. I'm actually going to go for, I haven't decided yet, either a walk or a bike ride. So I rode my bike yesterday and I hadn't gone in a while. I've been out of town over these last 2 weeks kind of frequently. And yeah, that bike ride was a little short. uh, let's see, these legs were a little tight and all the things. So I said, maybe I'll go for a walk today and kind of get back into the swing of things. But just even the ability, I know it's Sunday, most people are probably off, but just the ability to get up. I'll go water my garden. I'll either go for a walk or ride my bike. But I do these things all throughout the week. It's not like a stretch or a strain on me. Even when, and I just thought about this, when I'm looking for people that I want to learn from as well online, because I just believe every coach needs a coach. And it's great to have mentors in our life, irregardless of what level we are at in our life and our business. That support is invaluable. The accountability, all the things, the ability to have someone when you need it is super important. But even as I do that, I'm looking for people who have measures of freedom that I desire, not people who seem overly busy, even if they're getting the bag. It's just not where I am. And I understand that there are several of you who connect with me who are ready for new levels of freedom that don't necessarily require you putting in more effort, right, in order to make it happen, you being consumed and overwhelmed in what it is that you desire to do. I understand that that's what you desire to. If that's you, you've probably seen me talking about the Money Mindset Masterclass, and you feel led. Don't pass over the opportunity, right? Oftentimes, familiarity, what we feel we know, is what actually keeps us from our next level, right? And every new level is really asking you to shift in your mindset and in your thinking. And we think it's something else, but it's really our mindset. So join us for the Money Mindset Masterclass. You can go to renewfullcircle.com/money. Renewfullcircle.com/money. Is booked and busy really blessed? That's my question I want to propose to you on today. Have an amazing Sunday. Enjoy Father's Day. And yeah, think about that money mindset, right? What's the biggest blessing you can do for yourself in this season? Is it to shift your mindset? If so, I'd love to support you for your next level. Peace. Let's see. Mm-hmm.